Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We have some news, so let's get to it. The very first thing I want to tell you guys about is a brand new resin kit coming out from MK. This is a Carcharodontosaurus, and it is actually available now. It is in 1/20th scale, and the raw kit is $299 US plus shipping, and that is with the PayPal fees included. As far as releasing this outside of China, it is a very, very limited edition of only 10 pieces that will be available outside of China, so if this is something that you are interested in, you need to get on ordering it as soon as possible. The height will be 27 centimeters, the length is 62 centimeters, and the width is 16 centimeters, and there will not be a fully painted version, so it will be just the raw kit that you will have to paint and build yourself. But as far as this goes, I think it is absolutely gorgeous. As usual, when it comes to every MK release, this is just beyond words beautiful. The sculpt is absolutely loaded with detail, truly a remarkable sculpt as far as the fine detailing goes. Just looking at this, you could see so many different skin wrinkles and skin folds and everything all over the dinosaur, but in general the entire thing is just gorgeous as far as the sculpt goes. I think even the pose just kind of walking along is really beautifully done. Fantastic base as well, a really cool looking rocky type of a base that the Carcharodontosaurus is walking along, and then you have a really nice pterosaur included, which kind of helps to create the entire scene and put it all together with the Carcharodontosaurus trying to hunt down that pterosaur. So again, absolutely gorgeous work continuously out of the MK line, and this Carcharodontosaurus is absolutely awesome. So if you would like to pick this up, make sure you head down to the description, as I will have a link there to where you can contact MK on Facebook to order this for yourself. Otherwise, you can contact me and I will help you acquire it from them if you do not have social media. And then from a company we haven't really heard too much from for a little while, we have AK Rex Models, and they are releasing a brand new Allosaurus 1/20th scale model, which the pre-order will be coming soon. There is no price or anything that has been released quite yet, so the information, aside from it being an Allosaurus and being 1/20th scale, is fairly vague at this point, but you can definitely see that, as usual with the AK Rex models as well, it is a beautifully sculpted Allosaurus. Definitely another great addition to the AK Rex models line. So just like with the previous kit, if you are interested in purchasing this, you can contact either AK Rex Models on Facebook, which I will include a link in the description too, or you can contact me, and again, I can contact them for you if you do not have social media. And then as far as Rebor goes, they gave us a brand new image of the upcoming Titanoboa model, kind of a front-facing shot of the Titanoboa with its mouth open, and it is just unbelievable looking. Honestly, it looks legitimately like a real living snake. To say I am impressed would be an absolute understatement. Such a beautiful model, and I am really excited about receiving mine in the very near future, as they are supposed to be releasing very soon. And then as far as the Rebor Grab and Go 1/35th scale Tyrannosaurus Rex figures, Type A and Type B will actually be released around August or September of this year, which are the two color schemes we are looking at here in these images. The other two color schemes will be released in the spring of 2021. And just like the Rebor Grab and Go Komodo Dragon, they are letting us know that this will be a really nice, very affordable price. And also, in case you were wondering about the standing capability of these Rex figures, they will actually include kind of a little stand there for you to help stand your Rex up if you do have any issues with it standing, although they have informed us that the Rex does stand on its own quite well. So either way, you can choose to use the little stand for your Rex or just stand it up on its own, but regardless, I am very excited about both of these, and I think both look absolutely beautiful. And then as far as Nanmu goes, we have a look at the finished product of the upcoming Tyrannosaurus figures, kind of just a little sneak peek image, sort of giving us a look at what the actual factory released version looks like of both, but only a very small part of the body is really showing. But as far as I'm concerned, both look pretty much just like they did in the promotional images, which is great news for us, because that means that once these do arrive here, they are going to look unbelievable in person. I think as far as the sculpt goes, Nanmu has done a wonderful job, but it is great now to see the paint scheme, the actual factory released paint scheme a little bit, and help to get us even more excited for the arrival of these Rex figures. And then as far as the Beasts of the Mesozoic line and the upcoming Tyrannosaur series, we have another look at one of the upcoming sculpts, and this one is of the Tarbosaurus, sculpted by Paul Ramos, and it is unbelievable. Just like every unveiling so far has been, this line is just going to be probably the hardest line I have ever encountered to say no to. It's something I'm probably just going to want every figure of. I'm already having a hard time not trying to sell everything I own to try to acquire all of the Ceratopsian figures, but this line is just going to be unbelievable, and once again, I'm probably going to have to take out a loan just to be able to purchase each and every one of these because they are continuously looking so darn good, I don't think I can say no. And we also have a look at the paint scheme here for the Electrosaurus, and I think it looks really, really cool as well. One thing I can say so far from all of the paint schemes I've seen of the Creative Beast Studio Tyrannosaurus series, they all look very realistic and very well done as far as I'm concerned. Definitely all the types of colors I would expect to see on different types of Tyrannosaurs like we have been looking at so far. Again, another very nicely done and realistic looking paint scheme. I'm really intrigued to see how it transitions over to the actual figure. And then as far as Prime 1 Studios goes, they recently unveiled the official images of their upcoming Spinosaurus statue. We have seen this previously from a few different images of different Prime 1 stands where they were actually displaying the Spinosaurus ahead of time. So we do already have a pretty good idea of what it looks like, but we haven't had the official images previously. And I must say that as far as the paintwork goes, the paintwork is unbelievably well done, beautifully matching the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3 in every possible way, and we know that Prime 1 usually does deliver a fantastic paint job on the actual factory released figures, so you're pretty much guaranteed to have a beautifully painted Spinosaurus when this does officially arrive if you do purchase it, as well as the base itself. I think the base is probably the best possible base you could have created for the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus, as that's probably one of the most iconic scenes of that dinosaur in Jurassic Park 3. So I think they absolutely nailed it as far as both the paint job and the base. The base again is just gorgeous and really nicely painted, very realistically painted. The Spinosaurus itself, I think for the most part looks really nice as far as the sculpt goes, but there's just one little area I feel like that doesn't really look that great to me, and that's the head and neck area. I feel like there's just something so off about that area, and I cannot put my finger on it. I think maybe the neck is not quite as bulky as it is on the actual Spinosaurus in the film, and maybe the upper jaw kind of looks a little too thin for me in comparison to what the Spinosaurus looked like. That's just kind of what I'm getting out of these images, and I don't know for sure if that's exactly what it is that's kind of bothering me about the head sculpt or what the issue is. I mean, it does look really, really good regardless, and definitely one of the best Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus we've ever had from any company, but at the same time there's just something a little off about the head sculpt. But past the head sculpt, everything about this is just unbelievable, and I think it will make many Jurassic fans very happy when it does release. And one thing that is really cool is there's kind of like a bonus special edition version, and you can get a Velociraptor resonating chamber, the Jurassic Park 3 resonating chamber, which is also quite cool if you take advantage of that bonus version. And then I actually have some extremely exciting news. If you recently saw my review of the Dazmers Toys Velociraptor Blue figure, which if you haven't, I definitely recommend checking that out. In the review, I actually had stated that I wanted to look into that company a little bit further and kind of see if they had more figures that were released as far as dinosaur figures go. And Dazmers Toys actually reached out to me to let me know that they do actually have some more figures on the way, and you can start seeing the figures that they have that will be coming out very soon here with these images that they were kind enough to send me, kind of giving us all a sneak peek of upcoming figures that will be releasing with their line, which honestly are amazing to me at this point. I did not expect these figures to look just as nice as they do, although I was extremely impressed with the Velociraptor figure. Again, it was way nicer than I ever expected it to be, and these figures that they will be releasing very soon kind of give me that same feeling where when they had initially sent me the images, I was just absolutely blown away by how incredibly nice so many of these figures are. Of course, my favorite would be the Carnotaurus, and I'm actually extremely excited about that Carnotaurus because it has a very similar paint scheme to the Dinosauria Sideshow version, which is one of my favorite dinosaur collectibles I own, so having a Carnotaurus with a very similar look, of course it's not exactly the same, but it's definitely kind of like similar tones of colors, and kind of that black striping looks great. But every figure that I've seen here from these images that they've sent me are honestly gorgeous for the most part. Really awesome looking Tyrannosaurus is another one that I'm a huge fan of as well, but I think the two I'm the biggest fan of, aside from the Rex and the Carnotaurus, would be that Parasaurolophus is just gorgeous looking as far as that paintwork goes. Really beautiful head sculpt. And the Spinosaurus, which is just like the coolest Spinosaurus paint scheme I think I could possibly imagine. And if the actual figures that are released match up to these paint schemes, I will be 100% sold on each and every one of them. All very nice looking figures that I am extremely excited about, and I'm super happy that Dazmers Toys contacted me and allowed me to show you guys these images here, kind of unveiling them all to you, and definitely a lot to look forward to from them. No word yet exactly on when they will be releasing these figures, as I did try to find that information out, but they weren't positive quite yet as to when they would be releasing, but they definitely are coming from Dazmers Toys in the very near future. And then as far as Mattel goes, we don't really have anything new or crazy unveiling or anything going on, but I did want to let you guys know that as far as the Camp Cretaceous line goes, it has been just absolutely blasting Target stores all across the United States, as we now have quite a few different figures released, and more seem to be showing up by the day. We already do have the epic roaring Tyrannosaurus Rex hitting store shelves, which is really awesome to see because I really cannot wait to get a hold of that. We also have the new Attack Pack figures as well, showing up in different Targets already with quite a few very cool new figures. We also have the Siatsmikarorum now showing up in Targets, and that was one of the first new Jurassic figures that we've seen kind of showing up in quite a while, so it's really super awesome to find that one now in stores. We also have the Colossal Indominus showing up in Targets that people have actually found already, and the new Snap Squad figures, and we can clearly see we have quite a few different ones with a very metallic type of a look to them. I'm not really a big fan of the metallic look, honestly. On some of them I think it's okay because like we've already had the Carnotaurus before, we've already had the Mosasaurus before, so I'm okay with them having the metallic look just to make them a little different from the previous releases. But with Bumpy the Ankylosaurus and the Triceratops, I would have preferred those to not have that metallic look. And we also actually do have the unveiling here of the high quality images of the Parasaurolophus and the Stygimoloch Snap Squad figures. One thing I'm very confused by though is one of these images of the Parasaurolophus in the package has like a reddish crest to it, but then the other image has like a brownish crest to it, which I don't know if that means they're two different figures or if it's just different lighting, or maybe one's a prototype, one's the actual released figure. So who knows exactly which version we will get. But again, having sort of that metallic look to them, I'm not a huge fan of the metallic look, and I wish they would have continued just that kind of regular type of a look to them. But regardless, still really cool figures. It is exciting for us here in the United States to now officially have some brand new figures starting to hit stores, so make sure you keep checking your local Targets and start acquiring yourself some brand new Mattel figures, but also make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.